Welcome back, guys. My name is Sin. I am the Crypt Keeper, and we have an ICO review for you guys today. It's going to be a bit of a brief one today. Look, there are lots of technical videos on this project that I'm going to be reviewing, which is QuarkChain. Like I just mentioned, there's lots of technical videos on YouTube, so if you want to find out the technical aspects and the ins and outs of the tech and how that all works, there are plenty of videos that will show you that. What I want to run through today is how the ICO will work. They have just announced yesterday the date and given us some details about how it will all work, so we will be covering that mainly. However, we will briefly go through the project and see what they are all about. So QuarkChain is a high-capacity peer-to-peer transactional system. So it is a blockchain system that will promise us very high transactions per second. There's a little video here on the homepage that I recommend you have a view. Like I said, this is going to be a brief video, so we're not going to be watching that video. Something else that I would just like to bring to your attention, guys, is the sheer number of scams out there for QuarkChain. You need to be very, very careful. Just take a look at this. When you type QuarkChain into Google, look at the results that come up. Number one here, QuarkChain pre-sale live now, more than 90% of tokens sold. Second one here, QuarkChain start public sale, get token 50% off, 50% discount. QuarkChain.in, QuarkChain.tech. Now, the reason I bring these up is take a look at these websites, guys. Look at that. The similarities are absolutely astounding. Once again, this is a fake website. This is full scam. Look at that. It even shows, it's got Java and everything. It's unbelievable, guys. Take a look at that. This is a scam website, guys. This is not the official website. And this is the second one. White paper, join sale. And again, take a look at that. Look at the detail. The attention to detail they put in here is amazing. So guys, you need to be very, very careful. The official website for QuarkChain is QuarkChain.io. You can see right there. And what's the difference with those? This one has a token sale announcement link there. Neither of these two do. This one says join pre-sale, and this one doesn't have anything. It says join sale there. But the original, the official website, guys, is QuarkChain.io. So be very, very careful. Don't get sucked into one of these scams, guys. So let's have a look at some of the features here. We can see with Bitcoin 1.0, 4 transactions per second, 2.0 Ethereum, 10 transactions per second, Visa at the end here, 45,000 transactions per second, and we have QuarkChain, which is a blockchain 3.0, promising us 100,000 transactions per second. So the technology, how does it differ to other blockchains? We have what is called a two-layered blockchain. So the QuarkChain consists of 2 layers of blockchain. We apply elastic sharding blockchains, which are called shards, as the first layer, and a root blockchain that confirms the blocks from the shards as the second layer. They also have cross-shard transactions. So cross-shard transactions can be issued at any time and confirmed in minutes. The throughput of cross-shard transactions increases linearly as the number of shards increases. Market-driven collaborative mining, simple account management, and horizontal scalability. Again, I'm not going to get into too much of the technical side of things, but you can go ahead and have a read of the white paper to get right into the nitty-gritty of all of that. Let's have a look at the team members. Now, I've gone ahead and just opened up a few of the LinkedIn profiles for team members. However, they do have a huge team all listed in their white paper. I do recommend you go through and look at that. They have 9 of their members listed on their homepage here, as well as 6 of their advisors. We're only going to go through a few of those. So we are going to go through here. I'm not sure how to pronounce the first name here. Qi Zhao, let's say, the founder of QuarkChain, has experience as a software developer at Facebook for over a year, was a consultant software engineer at Dell, also a principal software engineer at Dell, a software engineer at Google, and a few other experiences listed there on the LinkedIn page. So we can see already he is a all-star as far as our books are concerned. We have Zhao Guang Wang, is the core engineer at QuarkChain, senior software engineer at Facebook, Instagram, Google, AT&T. Clearly another all-star right there. And we have a look here. We have Anthurin Yazan Zhang, who has experience working for Wish, who are a massive online shopping platform. Also BP, doing analytics, business development, and marketing there. Also consumer marketing and analytics at LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, of course, is a website which we are looking at right now. So they're the only staff members, team members that we're going to be looking at. So let's have a quick look at the advisors. Also, we have Bill Moore here, who has experience being the president of DSSD at EMC, also a distinguished engineer at Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems, really huge company there with over 148,000 followers here on LinkedIn and over 10,700 employees on LinkedIn. We also have Mike Miller, who's an affiliate professor at the University of Washington and founder and chief scientist of IBM Cloudant. He co-founded Cloudant, now IBM Cloud Data Services, out of MIT. Y Combinator 2008 raised $18 million before being acquired by IBM in 2014. So the product here that he co-founded was bought by IBM for $18 million in 2014, which is huge. And we also have Ziyun Quan, who was an assistant professor at the University of California, Riverside, and also experience with Microsoft and Cisco there. So that pretty much gives us our 3 all-star points for team members and 3 all-star points for the advisory section. Let's go ahead and enter that into our spreadsheet as we always do. I do have QuarkChain listed right there. They're a high competitive blockchain. Pre-sale is over. If you would like to whitelist, you can do that right here by clicking this date, 7th of May. Crowd sale is scheduled for late May, early June. However, we did jump the gun a little bit. So let's go ahead and enter in our points there for our team members and also our points there for our advisory section. They generate full points for us in that section. Let's keep scrolling down this website a little bit and see what comes up. So we have their latest testnet trial run, randomly picked test and overview, over 2,000 transactions per second. Again, they have their eyes set on 100,000 transactions per second. We have a look at their timeline here. We see that 2017 Q2 blockchain scalability problem research. The white paper was drafted in Q4 2017. February 2018 verification code 0.1 white paper release. Testnet and wallet 0.1 was March 2018. So they do already have their test net up and running, which is awesome and not something that we see very often with projects. Generally, you know, the test net is a little bit down the road in the roadmap when we're in the ICO stage. However, their test net is up and going and we can see over 2,000 transactions per second. Q2 2018 testnet 1.0 smart contracts 0.1, and we have 2018 Q4 QuarkChain Core 1.0 mainnet is scheduled to be launched, and also the smart wallets, and 2019 Q2 QuarkChain Core 2.0 and also the smart wallet 2.0. Let's have a quick look at some of their social media and see what kind of numbers that they are generating there. Look, they do have a really large social media presence. If we look at their Twitter, it is a little bit under 10,000. However, Telegram, which really shows the interaction with the community, is over 47,000 members. And guys, this was about 28,000 just yesterday. So this thing has jumped up astronomically simply because they launched their ICO date. And they said that you do need to be a part of the Telegram group to be able to participate in the ICO, and they are going to be giving different allocations, and one of the parameters for their allocations is going to be how long you have been in the group for. And I suppose that is why everybody jumped in, and we're going to just get into those details now. So at the top here, they do have the white paper listed right there. You can click at either the English version or the Chinese version. You can have a click here and get straight into their GitHub, and also token sale announcement details. So let's click the token sale announcement details, and we can go through some of the information that we are more focusing on in this ICO review. So the private sale has already occurred and had a hard cap of $16 million. The price there was 39,416 of the tokens for 1 Ether. The public sale, which will be happening late May, early June. Whitelisting will be starting, I believe, on the 7th of May. The price there is 31,533 tokens per 1 Ether. Total supply of 10 billion. And we have 20% of the tokens allocated for the ICO. So we can get some of that information into our spreadsheet here as well. The type, this is a blockchain project. The total number of tokens is 10 billion. 20% of the total supply will be available for the ICO, which means that is a total of 2 billion. Let's have a look at their hard cap. Well, we already know their hard cap is going to be 20 million, which is a really good hard cap for this kind of project. If we look at, another similar project, we have Zilliqa, whose hard cap, I believe, is somewhere around the $500 million mark, maybe even higher, maybe about 600 million about now. Fusion also is another, blockchain project which released relatively recently. So for this project to be 20 million, let's just say, for example, that they, a relatively similar competitor in Zilliqa is at about 500 million. That means it has enough room to grow just to get to 500 million of 25x. So to become a bare minimum of 500 million, we're looking at 25 times your gains for these tokens as far as ICO price. So that's already really good. But look, what they're trying to do is, Zilliqa is the only other current blockchain, I believe, which has a sharding. So if they're able to reach their 100,000 transactions per second, then they are going to be looking at pushing Zilliqa and even going further, possibly into the top 30 or top 20 of our top 100 market cap. So let's have a look at the total token distribution. 20% going to the token sale. The private sale did have a bonus of 25%. However, they are locked up. So what will happen there is that 10% will be released each month for the first 4 months, and then 20% will be released each month for the first 3 months. So that will be 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, and then 20, 20, 20 released slowly over 7 months. There is no lockup for the public sale, which we're about to get into. 15% of the tokens are allocated to the team, which are locked up for 2 years. 15% for the foundation, locked up for 2 years, and 5% for their advisors, which are locked up for 2 years. Also, 45% will be available for mining, community, and for marketing. So as we work our way down here, we can have a look at the whitelisting and KYC timeline. The KYC process will start next Monday, which is the 7th of May, 2018, at 1 second past midnight PST time, and will last for approximately 2 weeks. So just say here, wait for more details about how to participate. They have not given us exact links or, told us where to go for that yet. But you do have to enter either the Chinese or English Telegram groups to be able to participate in the KYC. The ICO public sale date, again, is still to be announced, but they do say it's projected to be late May, early June. Let's have a read of this section here. Due to the growing interest in our project and limited token supply during the public sale, we will be using a probabilistic approach to be as fair as mathematically possible. There are 3 main aspects that they'll be taking into consideration when deciding the personal caps. Number 1 will be the timestamp of the Telegram join. So the time that you joined to Telegram, the cutoff date there is the 5th of May. So that is tomorrow as far as my time is concerned. However, the 5th of May, just before midnight PST time. So the earlier you join, the higher the score you will get for this section. Anything after the 5th of May and you will not be considered an early supporter. B, your understanding of the project, and C, your contribution to the project. So they say here, although we appreciate our community following us on Medium, Twitter, Reddit, and other platforms, we do not promote unnecessary social media proof of care competition, which is good. I do like that. Personal cap. So this is how they're going to be differentiating how people allocated their personal cap. We'll be using a bottom-up peer style to be as fair as possible and ensure everyone who got whitelisted is able to contribute. Depending on our whitelist KYC speed, we will peg Ether price on a certain date. That will give us a rough number of Ether to be collected. So what will be happening is they will conduct the process as follows. So this is just an example that they give of how they are going to be allocating caps to people. For example, if they have 8,000 Ether available with 2,000 whitelisted participants, for the first 12 hours of the sale, the maximum contribution will be 1 Ether for those people. So it says here where X is 8,000 Ether divided by 4 divided by 2,000. For the next 8 hours, the maximum contribution will be 2 Ether. For the next 4 hours, the maximum contribution will be 4 times that number, and that's exactly how it will go until the entire allocation is filled out for their public sale. And that will continue. This ensures that the public sale will continue for at least 24 hours in order to accommodate all investors in all different time zones. So I do really like the way that they've done that. They've made it as fair as possible, and you know, it's not going to be you know, too many gas wars. It's going to go for 24 hours this way. It's nice and spread out over time, which are going to allow as many people as possible to contribute. And if you scroll down below, there is a Chinese version of that, just giving you the same details in the Chinese language as well. So let's head back to our spreadsheet and see what else we have here to fill. So let's get the ICO token price here, which we will be able to figure out, because we know that it is 31,533 per ether. So we go equal. So we have an ICO price of 0.022 US cents, generating 0.5 points there, and we can put our bonus in of 25%. We don't like seeing high bonuses. 25% is a generally standard bonus. It's not too high. You know, we can't really complain about that, but the fact that it is locked up for 7 months is a good thing. Is the project open source? Yes, the project will be open source. It is not at the moment. However, they do have plans once everything is launched to open source the entire project. And yes, absolutely, it is decentralized with a ticker code of QKC. So let's have a look and judge their prototype. Yes, they do have a prototype. How do we know that? We know that because they already have their testnet up and running, and are, you know, getting speeds of up to over 2,000 transactions per second. So yes, that does generate full scores for the prototype section here. The idea, look, an idea, again, if you haven't joined us in the past, is an accumulation of everything as far as the team goes, the type of project. So being a blockchain project in this space right now, we know by now that blockchain projects are ruling the roost and generating you know, the most potential return on our investments is, as far as investors were concerned. So that is going to generate a full 3 points in the idea section there. So I believe that pretty much fills up every section of our spreadsheet, so we can go ahead and generate a final score, which is very high score, guys, which is something that I was expecting, because this is a high quality project. So the total score is 92.01%, which sits at just above one ledger at 91.44%. And if we take a look here at ICO drops, you can see that the hype rate is very high, the risk rate is low, and the return on investment potential is rated as high. ICO drop score is very high interest. And, you know, like we said, over 45,000 people in their Telegram group. Very high hype on this one, guys. I would do my best to try and get yourself into the white list if you can. If you have not joined their Telegram group, make sure that you join the Telegram group, because you will not be able to participate if you have not done that. And you can do that by the link that is available on the bottom of their website. So just jump on to QuarkChain.io. At the bottom of the website, you have links to both their Telegram, their GitHub, their Medium channel, Facebook, Twitter. So just get on there, get it all happening, guys. Get your information down pat. If you would like more information, the white paper is right there on the website for you to read. As far as this ICO review is concerned, I am very excited about QuarkChain. I hope you are too. Thank you, guys, for joining me on this review. I'll see you again soon for another one. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.